Hi guys, so it's safe to say I am well and truly hooked on HeroQuest. Both obviously all the miniatures that come with the game, and obviously you've seen a few of them being painted so far, as well as the gameplay. I've played several games now and yeah, well and truly love it. The only thing I don't like about their miniatures is they come on bases. And if you watch many of my sort of older videos, you'll know I love putting all my miniatures on clear bases because I want to be able to see what's underneath. So that being said, I'm going to reprint some of these miniatures and then put them on clear bases. And as you can see, I've got this lovely big chunky barbarian. He's definitely not skipped leg day, arm day, and definitely not back day because he is chunky and absolutely looks glorious. So as you can see, yeah, I 3D printed him, no base at all, so I can stick him on one of my lovely clear bases. But as well as this chunky chap, there's also the female version. So again, I've 3D printed her out and she'll be painted at the same time. So I'm going to keep these both in very similar style, looks and colours. And I say once they're done, they'll be on clear bases, so I can then see whatever terrain is underneath them. So I downloaded these two awesome figures over on my mini factory by a 3D model maker called Fabio Rizzo. Hopefully I've said your name correct, apologies if I haven't. And yeah, he's done a line of Retro Crusade. And as you can see, yeah, this miniature, he is glorious. So he comes pre-supported, which is just awesome. So I downloaded him along with his female counterpart, as yeah, she's nice and beefy, chunky. And as you can see there, they come with a variety of weapons, a big longsword or a big axe, the choice is yours. But as you can see with both of mine, yeah, I've gone for the long sword. So they've both been primed in black, and as you can see, I've done the old dry brushing with white, as yeah, we're going to be speed painting these lovely little miniatures, and we're going to get them done in no time at all. And especially as I say, I'm going to be painting them both together, so they are going to be using the same sort of skin tone, the same cloth sort of tone, and everything else. So yeah, starting with the good old Crusader skin. So obviously these are the speed paints from Army Painter. And as you'll see towards the end, I will be doing a little bit of highlighting with these, as I do find, especially with the skin colour, it always seems to come out relatively dark looking. As much as I do love the grimdark style of painting, yeah, it is a bit too dark on these chaps. Obviously, like all or most of the Army Painter speed paint, yeah, it goes on beautifully, so it does sort of pool in the recesses to get the nice darker looking areas, and then a bit lighter on top. But say with the skin tones, I do prefer them, yeah, a little bit even brighter than how they're coming out. So the main reason for printing these out, as I mentioned sort of briefly, yeah, I like my miniatures on clear bases. That being said, because I do love how the HeroQuest miniatures look, yeah, you will see me go through and chop the bases off. I've had a go at one of them, so yeah, keep an eye out for that. As well, did it work or didn't it work? Watch the video and you'll find out. So like you saw in the little trailer leading up to this video, I have just gone out and bought loads of the expansion sets. Yeah, so when I get hooked on a game, I get hooked on a game. This is exactly how I was when I got hooked on Kill Team a good year and a half or more ago. As soon as I started playing it, absolutely loved it, and then made a whole variety of Kill Team's own boards, as well as printing out and assembling an absolute ton of, well, kill teams. I think the last time I looked, I had about 20 different kill teams. Even though I only play one or two, yeah, I've got an absolute ton of them. So guys, if you are into HeroQuest, yeah, let me know in the comments which miniatures you'd like to see me paint next from the HeroQuest expansion boxes, or maybe if there's some miniatures you want to see me sort of, well, 3D print in exchange of some of the ones that are in the box. Again, let me know down in the comments. So as you can see, the old the skin there really has sort of, well, it's dried rather dark. In fact, it's kind of that dark when I start using the browns. It kind of makes that colour almost look like a very light brown. So that's definitely why I need to sort of, well, brighten up the skin tones just a little bit. As these barbarians clearly aren't wearing much, yeah, there's not many sort of changes in paints that I'm using here. As I say, I'm going to be keeping them exactly the same. So I'm doing her sort of skirt, dress, well, flappy thing in this nice light blue, and I'll be doing the same sort of thing with the male of the barbarian, just because I want these two to be sort of very similar in colours. But as you can see, yeah, good old Army Painter speed paints, they just go on a dream. and they really do take a lot of the work out of painting, which so yeah, it's great for those sort of painters like myself that aren't all that good. I do enjoy painting, but I definitely don't want to be sort of sitting here for 5-6 hours doing a single miniature, especially when I know it doesn't really matter how I paint. If I painted a miniature in 30 minutes or 30 hours, it wouldn't necessarily get any better the longer I'm painting it. If anything, it'd probably get worse because I wouldn't be too sure what I'm doing. So yeah, speed paints, they really do make sort of the amateur painter like me really enjoy the hobby even more. And as I say, it does mean I can get a lot of miniatures painted and on the board, which is great. I say, especially when these HeroQuest boxes, I've gone mad and I bought, well, I've got at least 6 of the expansion boxes so far, and I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for some more, because I think there's a whole new range coming out end of March. So yeah, I'll need to get all the ones painted that I've got now just in time to well, get loads more. And that's not even taking into consideration all the ones I want to 3D print. Yeah, I'm going to need a bigger room or a bigger box to store all these miniatures in. But the great thing is, say these miniatures I will also be using in D&D games and campaigns, as well as the HeroQuest board that I have 3D printed. I will be doing a video on that soon, guys. It is pretty much complete. So I was using it a couple of nights ago for a game, and yeah, it worked beautifully and looks awesome. So that's both the barbarians pretty much done. So really happy with it, except the skin. Yeah, it is far too dark for my liking. So going over the top with, well, what could be better but barbarian flesh. So again, I love using the air range of paints from Army Painter. These are meant for your airbrush or air guns, but obviously I love them because they are already, well, thinned down, which means you can just go over, and they've also already got a little bit of translucentness in them because, say, they are thinned down. And this is a case of building up the coats. So the more brighter you want it, well, the more coats you slap on, really. Nice and simple, effective, does the job, and yeah, definitely a great way in this case of making his skin look a little bit lighter. So painting the male and female barbarian literally took about 15 minutes, and then once it was all done, it was then time to put it on, yeah, the clear bases. And I get mine from Fluid 3D Workshop. As always, guys, loads of links down below if you want to find out what stuff I use and where I get things from. And as I've said, yeah, I absolutely love using clear bases, just because, well, when I'm using these to play on a board game, I want to see exactly what the terrain is under the board. So especially when I've been doing like the old kill teams, I don't want to be painting up a little miniature on a sort of starship base and then go and use them on a sandy terrain. So yeah, clear bases for me are always the way to go. And also, it looks like you can hardly see the clear bases either. So I use the thin 1mm ones. So yeah, it is like they are literally standing on the floor. So this is one of the little guys from the HeroQuest, and I actually cut the base off. And yeah, I think he's come out perfectly. It took a little bit of time to cut it off and make it look nice and neat, but I think the end result is meaning I can use the HeroQuest miniatures and stick them on clear bases. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. There's another one on the screen. Give that a click, see more of what I do. And if you are new here and like my stuff, then it'd be great if you could hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to leave comments down below, like, share, all that good stuff. You guys take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now.